Greetings, mothers. How would you like to recreate you and your family's lives free of stress and obstacles that are preventing all of you from creating and directing your life's movies? That's right. We are all here and we have our own theme and our own movie, and all of these pressures and stresses and outside things come in on us, and we forget what we're doing and who we are and what we're wanting to fulfill in our lives. So the simple solution for this is as easy as the idea of a light switch. So if you walk into a dark room, there's only darkness, right? It's what it is. It's a pitch black room, and you can't shovel the darkness out. You just sit in there longer and longer, and it just stays dark. And the solution is to be able to find the light switch and turn it on, and immediately that light sheds away all the darkness, and you can fully see as clear as day. So for many of us, that sounds quite obvious, but it's very hard to know where the light switch is within our lives. And once the door shuts and the light's out, we simply can't see. So the problem here is the stress. Stress, moms, is taking us for everything that we have. We are spread so thin because we're so amazing. We are able to organize our families, our husbands, our children's lives, our lives. We're dealing with finances and food and health and the emotional and mental well-being of our children, keeping the house together, our gardens if we have them, just whatever it is. We have so much going on, and we're amazing. We are able to handle it. But we need to be able to fulfill ourselves, get our center of peace going, or we just get so spread thin that we break. Our health gets compromised, our happiness gets compromised, our ability to just function can get compromised. So what happens is when we are in this state, I've been in it was very mini, I'll tell you, but I learned something in an avalanche. One time when I was skiing, I fell in really deep snow, and I was upside down. It was a big mess, but as I was trying to get out, I kept pushing the snow away, and what kept happening? More just kept taking its place. That was scary. Then I learned why avalanches are so scary. Without having been in that situation, my mind was like, oh, you just dig yourself out. I don't see what the problem is. The problem is this, as you push it open, you try to make space, more comes in on you. And that's what is happening with us in our lives and our kids' lives. Our kids are also becoming more and more stressed out. We see their health, their emotional well-being, and all of these things being completely compromised, and our kids then start to pull away from us or pull towards other things that are more negative, whether it's who they hang out with socially, or depending on their age and stuff, they might be leaning towards more coping mechanisms with drugs or alcohol, gangs, whatever it is. They're trying to dig themselves out as well, and it's not working. And then they get stuck. They're in their technology and they're in their phones, and that's, using this as a coping mechanism. And what is that doing? That's just shutting them down from being able to access further into themselves. So then they aren't ever really able to completely de-stress or find their full potential. So many parents are saying things to themselves like, oh my gosh, is my child going to, break? Are they completely going to break before they make it? Or, oh my gosh, I'm really angry. My child is suffering and I simply don't know what to do. Or, oh, I'm so upset. My child's crushing under all this pressure and I feel sick and it's driving me crazy. What are we going to do? I can't help my kid. I can't help myself. Everything's crashing in on me. And then each day we hope that our child will make it through with some degree of happiness and sanity. We can continually, they are facing the unknown and the unexpected with fear and dread. And we're hoping, are the skies finally going to clear today? Is the sun's back? How long is this going to stay? And even on good days, you simply are holding some of this tension and anxiety around what's going to happen with you or your family's well-being. So, if the wave doesn't disappear today, then we hope that it does tomorrow. But only those that have access to that light switch at any given time can say, I know how to instantly turn this situation onto itself, ride the wave, rather than be caught in the turmoil and turbulence of it. And that can happen at any given moment if you learn how and if you have the right tools. So my name is Jennifer Mason. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you how myself and my students are able to see past these clouds of confusion, find the calm in the center of the storm, and ride the wave into deep spaces of clarity between those clouds, which bring the peace, clarity, and happiness. You and your kids can do the same thing. And I'm also going to share with you the big mistake of how we as a culture are failing our youth, who are anxious and depressed, very stressed out, and this is all due to blocked up nervous systems. And also I'm going to share with you how most educational systems are currently geared towards knowledge of the outer self, which, we need, I'm not denying that, but the very little is being done in regards to integrating the outer world with their inner lives, which can easily be resolved. And another thing I'm going to share is a very simple technique that you yourself will be able to experience and be able to see the results for yourself and how I can help. Now, these are the same techniques that I have learned over the past 25 years and have used successfully with students both in the classroom and out of the classroom, ranging in all ages. So if you're looking for answers, help, and a real transformation for you and your youth, and you want to learn how to go from states of this despair into peace and sanity within the mind, the body, and the emotions, then you've come to the right place. I am here to help you through that process. I've been there, I've done it, I've gone through it, I've helped other people go through it, and the top 3 people that I basically work with fall into one of these 3 categories. People who are feeling the pressure and the stress and the depression and the anxiety and they're being overwhelmed, or people who are in need of exploring and discovering and accessing their full potential and creative nature, and also people who feel very numb. They may be experiencing feeling lost in life as well as within themselves. And the best thing about this system is that it's simple. It's easy to integrate into you and your family's lives. What's better than that, right? You want to be able to simply add the tools and techniques into the lives that makes everybody delighted with the way that they're living. And they trust you, you're their mom. Because it comes down to this. If you keep running into the same patterns and continual suffering, then you are experiencing life as it gets thrown to you from any and all direction at the intensity that it seems to choose. You're not living or creating your own life with joy and your full potential. Now let's get down to business and let you experience for yourself how within a few minutes you can enjoy what I am talking about. Now here's a video from one of my lessons. So give yourself the gift of this experience by giving your full attention. Turn off all phones and other distracting sounds, noises. Give yourself some space. Now close your eyes and allow your emotions and thoughts to relax and stop completely. To do this, take a deep breath in as you did in your meditation last week, filling up your whole body. So breathe in, hold, exhale and release, and upon your exhalation,
Release all attachment to everything going on in your life, your mind, emotions, and body. Just let go. We're going to do this 3 times. Breathe in deeply and slowly. Hold. Exhale and release. Let it all go. Breathe in. Hold. Exhale and release. Relax. In. Hold. Release. Keeping your eyes closed, recognize and realize that you exist beyond the clouds of thought, emotion, and time. Simply, you exist. Stay in this awareness for at least 5 to 15 seconds. This awareness is referred to as the I Am, and is there for you to recognize and experience at every moment that you make the decision to tap into it, as it is timeless. Now open your eyes and just sit in stillness for a moment and observe. Don't think, move, or feel, just observe. You're now like an empty page or canvas for your inner nature to express into. All is possible. You may feel or experience anything. Peace, joy, love, creative ideas, solutions to problems. You may simply recognize beauty. Simply just observe. Now, doing this practice at least 12 times a day helps you to remember this awareness of your true self throughout your day. This mindful presence of your existence helps to shape and tone your day into a day of creation rather than a day of reaction. This is because you are tapping from the source, like drinking from the glass of water rather than just looking at an image or a memory of water. By practicing this short I Am meditation throughout the day, you will begin to open channels of awareness between your true nature and your expressed nature, while creating a form of communication between the two. You will not only be creating pathways in your consciousness, but physically in your brain as well. You're creating a new habit, a neural pathway, as you are rewiring your brain. Now either move into your day with this breath of fresh air, or at least once a day, spend a few minutes in your journal after this exercise adding the gift you received, which is further explained in the journal video for this week.
Now, as you return from your journey in, let me ask you a couple of questions. The first is, do you recognize a change in your body regarding tension? Do you recognize a calmer state of mind? Are you emotionally balanced in this moment? Now finally, do you recognize the value of continuing in this state of being? Of course you do. Ladies, we know we have the connectivity to be able to create the magic in our families' lives, to be able to thrive. We're amazing, but to really be sustainable, we have to become centered in ourselves so much that we can rise above the issues and see from a bird's eye view rather than trying to see clearly through those dark, murky waters we were talking about. We must do this and teach our families to do the same. Technology and apps and phones are taking over our downtime, and we need to integrate the peace and stillness into our lives, or everything will come crashing in like an avalanche at some point. And right now you have the opportunity to give yourself and your families the tools that they need to be able to handle everything else that comes up for them. See, I work primarily with these type of clients, mothers who want to make a change right now in their loved ones' lives and are not using any more excuses to put change off. Also, mothers who need to know how to create the space and time to release the pressure on them and their families consistently and sustainably. Also, mothers who see the pressures and stress affecting their families and who are ready to shift it up in their families' lives into a state of peace, joy, and beautiful natural expression. And also for those who know that their child is simply lost in some sort of delusion, but they have the full potential to shine as we all do. They just need help. Now, the first step is to complete an application for a free private consulting session below. And this application is necessary to determine that I can help you and that I'm the best person to help you generate the results, and that you're ready to step up, commit, take action, and do the required steps to generate the results, whether this be for yourself or for someone else. Now, once I've received your application, you'll be able to schedule a time with me to conduct your strategy session. And this is where we will really start working together to figure out what you want and how to make it happen in the fastest time possible. And then at the end of the call, one or two things will happen. You'll either be a fit and I will extend an invitation to work with me as one of my clients, or if it's not a good fit, that's totally okay too, and there's no hard feelings, obligations, or anything. Either way, you'll receive an insanely valuable strategy session for free, and will walk away with newfound clarity as to where you are right now, what's holding you back from achieving the results that you want, and that together with the exact next steps necessary to take action, break through your barriers. It will likely be the most valuable 30 minutes that you will invest in you and your family's life. So go ahead and complete your application now, and we will see if we're a good fit for working together. So if you feel like this is great for you, go ahead and apply right now and see if you qualify, and then go ahead and follow the instructions on the next page. I look forward to working with you.